Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our Stainless Steel Crusader States campaign, Medieval Total War 2. Now, last episode ended with a bit of a disaster. We did lose Jerusalem to the Egyptians. We are now bankrupt, and we are in danger, but I do have a plan. And it has two steps. Step 1. I have noticed that if you attack this army here, it only brings in that small army and the garrison of Jerusalem. Now, therefore, if we win this battle and we kill enough of the enemy, we'll be able to walk right in to your old capital and take it back. So that is exactly what I'm going to do, and I will reveal the second stage later. But first, let's try and retake our capital.
Stand honorably, men.
Here we go.
Take up arms and march to battle.
So, the first army I don't think is really too much of a threat at all. It's really quite weak. So it has a general, yes, but not much else. So, let's wait for some better weather and start the deployment. I want to deploy my forces on this hill here because it seems like a pretty nice place. So that is what I'll do. Just a basic formation because I think this is where the enemy will be. Sorry. Okay, here they are. And let's move in to engage. The enemy reinforcements are delayed. They'll probably arrive once we defeat the first army. So let's grab all the archers, group them up, grab all the pretty solid infantry, men-at-arms and the such, group them up, and our spearmen will also be a group, and the final one will just be all our kind of reserve stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. Send in those things for the general. We'll send in, I think, half of our infantry also going for the general, and the rest for the infantry. Now, the enemy reinforcements will be coming from that direction, that way. So I'm just going to group them ready to defend. So right there. There we go. I want our mounted sergeants ready and waiting to run down what's left of the enemy army. So as we form up and march up the hill, let's see, the enemy is turning to face us. Now they might disappear into the woods for a bit here, but I think we're pretty safe. Okay, all ready. We've got some archers loading and firing at the general, inflicting good amounts of casualties, I hope. These guys as well, getting ready to shoot as our infantry also approaches. Okay, they have a ballista, which is a bit annoying, but it should be fine. And we're kind of flanking them on this side here. I know they have a second unit hiding in the woods there, but apart from that, we're good. And my plan is get these guys, charge the ballistas, and absolutely envelop these spearmen, who will be beset on all sides by attackers, and that should not do wonders for their morale, I can tell you. Already they're shaken, and they're having to commit their general, who is fighting
our men are winning the battle.
Well-trained
If we
spearmen,
continue like this, we will smash the
which
enemy.
is not a good thing. A little general, a squad leader of that small unit, he's starting to slaughter those guys there. and we are beginning to push the enemy back. Now, these men here, they're not running. They need to be getting to the battle quickly. They are sorely needed at the front lines, but their general is going to throw his life away trying to kill our spearmen, which I can tell you is not going to work. Our elite heavy infantry, cannons with the Homer's militia, are coming in to slaughter their spear militia. And now, this is where they start to waver.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Okay, enemy reinforcements spotted. We need to face the exact direction they're coming, so we'll put those guys there. And we need to begin to rout their spearmen, because at the moment they are not routing. It will take time, but eventually they have to, because they're being slaughtered. Surely, how much longer can they last? Okay, we have a small group of them over here who are wavering. But how long will that last? We're going to send in a small unit
Only
to
half the enemy
engage
force
the
remains.
ballistae, and now it's as good as over. The infantry advances on the enemy forces while now routing their general, commits himself to the fray as his bodyguard falls around him. He tries to retreat, it's not going to happen. The archers, they need to get in position, because at the moment their job is not going to be to attack the enemy over there. They need to get ready to defend against the main threat. Now their general is being slaughtered. He is nearly escaping, but the enemy is still not routing, which is pretty concerning. Their morale is unshaken. Their general's charging again, but I don't think it'll be enough. He's trying to push to the front of the battle where our infantry is, which in my opinion is not the best strategy. We're still trying to kill all of their men here, and I'm just going to speed it up until hopefully something breaks. They need to keep charging, keep pressing, because eventually, surely they have to. Their morale is so high. They're not even wavering at all. They're still fighting on as their general makes one last desperate charge. He is about to be slaughtered. He's enveloped by our spearmen, and this is the end for him, I hope, because the enemy are still advancing, and he is still...
Our men have slain the Saracen general. Now we
was
must send
holding
his
on.
men running back to... Our cowardly foe runs. We must push our advantage.
Okay, first enemy army is dealt with. Okay, now it's time to reset and form up to face the rest of the enemy. Now, like I said, I do want to run down as much of the enemy force as possible, so we're going to send our very nice mounted sergeants off to do that. This is the thing they're best at, I would say, running down the enemy. As the enemy main army, the garrison of Jerusalem, is approaching us, and at the moment our archers have no defence. Our mounted sergeants chasing down the last of that army. It cannot be allowed, if we do win, it cannot be allowed to retreat into Jerusalem. Our men reloading, peppering the enemy with crossbow bolts and arrows, try to inflict as much damage as possible before they get to us. And our infantry is making its way towards us. Now it looks like they've only got 4 men left, and that is a ballista unit, which also needs to be hunted down. Our main infantry is still struggling to arrive. They need to keep shooting because we want to kill as many of them as possible. We've killed 25% of the enemy, and currently it's a bit of a stalemate as we shoot at each other while we wait for our forces to arrive. Now, their main force of archers is over there, and that is where the mangonel is going to turn and face. This Arab cavalry just made a very dumb mistake and charged some of our best infantry. That will not end well, I can tell you. It's probably going to be slaughtered.
Our men are winning the
But
battle.
that is
If
a
we
good
continue
thing
like
for
this,
us.
we will smash the enemy.
Apparently we're winning. Very happy about that. And our mangonel exploded mid-air. Not the best. It's killing some of them. It's doing some damage, but it's not perfect. Now, their main infantry has engaged us right in the middle, so it will be probably for the best, if anything, not fighting that, rolls down our flanks, and hopefully tries to kill them. Already, some of them are shaken, wavering even, which is absolutely perfect for us. It looks like we might win this one here. These guys, these Arab infantry, one of the units that's looking like they may rout. Our general is going to make a big push right into the middle to hopefully rout the Fatimid centre. Here we go. It doesn't appear to have worked. Here's a mangonel bullet there. Didn't do much. And our general has done his job well, because the enemy has broken a unit of spear militia, and now I think a unit of Nubian spearmen is looking like they're going to rout and break, and that is exactly what has happened. So it looks like the enemy's infantry is broken. They have a
The
lot of
enemy
archers.
general has no honor. He flees Moswa Sunni. Our men have captured the enemy general.
Very
Only
good.
half the enemy force remains.
And now we're going to get the mangonel to stop firing, because it will probably end up slaughtering half our army. And we are going to hunt down as many of their army as possible, because we need to take some prisoners here if we wish to win. These mounted sergeants are going to be key to doing that, and they're going to charge in mopping up the enemy. So here we go. These desert archers, these Nubian archers, this is the main mass of men I hope to break and rout. That is what's happening. They are
Our
beginning to
cowardly
rout,
foe runs.
and
We must
we
push
have
our
won.
advantage.
However, we have not necessarily retaken our capital, because there are still a worrying amount of enemy troops. So we need to kill every single unit that we can to make sure we have the best chances of completely routing and wiping out the enemy army. So we can just march right into our city and retake it. So we're just mopping up units at the moment. There is a bit of troops left. It is not much. There's a bit of Kurdish javelin men, a few other bits, But we've killed over 95% of the enemy. And all that's left
This is
some
an act
random
heroic,
unit
which
over
only
there.
belongs to men of great virtue and valor.
Okay, we have slaughtered the enemy, won a clear victory, only lost 603 men, which is still a lot, but what we have achieved, I think it's worth it. Now, we might have not have used the best strategies, but we fought hard, and hopefully we've retaken it. I will execute the prisoners.
Seigneur,
That is what I
we
wish
have
to do.
claimed this day.
And now,
Ready and able.
Jerusalem is undefended.
Glory to mon roi.
And we
attack.
can retake our
God be
capital.
praised for this victoire.
By the grace of God, those who went forth in the name of our Lord have captured Jerusalem. Thus the holy city has been triumphantly reclaimed in the name of Christ. All of Christendom will rejoice, for God's children may now find salvation in the kingdom of heaven.
Victoire most noble,
And
mon
there
roi.
we go.
We have triumphed.
We have retaken our capital. This is big. We make a lot of money from our capital. We now have money to do other things, such as, you know, train armies, fund our troops, and we are back in the green. We need to build up our forces
Orders.
in preparation for war. Okay, with this extra money, this is my plan. We are going to hold the south. I'm interested in expanding, yes, but at the moment, we need to hold our border cities, and instead of trying to expand southwards, we're going to go a different direction, north. Antioch lays practically undefended. The only thing standing in our way is this Egyptian army. There's probably a lot of rich cities around here. I think Edessa is up there somewhere. So I think this is probably a good place to go. We can get some money, we can earn some more cash, and we can just continue to expand our army. So we're going to use our cardinal
In God's
to
name,
scout around and try
today's
and
journey
find
ends.
the enemy. And we're just going to focus on figuring out what to do with our new wealth. And what I think we should do is just train troops, build up forces to first of all defend our south, fight out all that stuff, and any spare units will head north
Oui, Seigneur.
for this big battle we're fighting up here. Now the Pope loves me, which is pretty good. I mean, these are all Christian factions, which just shows you how much this mod adds. It's amazing. We're at war with the Turks? When did that happen?
There
Can't
must
remember.
be peace before we may trade.
Well, that's not good,
Mon roi.
but it's fine. Okay, let's start moving this diplomat.
Très
forward.
bien, Seigneur.
He can go find some stuff. Ooh. Milan, the rebel city, is probably going to be taken by that German general there. Okay. Now, let's see, what can we do?
Orders.
Can we... I think that general's in a good position.
Seigneur.
I'm hoping that army comes in and attacks us. But I'm not sure what else to do. I think just wait for now. And just hope everything goes well when we end turn. Okay. The Roman Empire bypassing Milan. That's not what I expected. Venice. They've just got that random fleet there, which is a bit odd. The Scots, the Cumans, the Byzantine, they've got a fleet up there by roads. Okay. Novgorod, they're doing their thing. So are the Moors. And the Turks are our enemies. turns out. And the Egyptians, they're sending some diplomats. They're going to try and ask for peace? Surely not. Okay, the Egyptians are marching a force quite deep into the heart of our territory.
Défenseurs! The enemy
And
attacks!
one of our fleets has just been
We should
absolutely
disengage. The
obliterated
enemy shows no
and
mercy!
sent running back
We'll
into the
Trafalgar
Mediterranean.
until the morning,
They
senor.
did the same to Venice. Oh, Karak. They're going to need to be careful in that castle, because it appears there's a rather large looking army outside. But like I said, we will hold. That is my plan. Hold what we have and expand northwards. But oh my goodness, the amount of troops the Egyptians have. They're immediately going to try to capture Jerusalem again. I think I chose a pretty hard faction
The
here, it
enemy lays
turns out.
siege. The Oriflamme shall not fall.
But this is why I said in the south, I'm going to focus more on holding. Because as you've seen, if we just, lose too many troops capturing a city, they will overwhelm us. The north, however, seems like much easier pickings. So that is my plan. The Pope, the Golden Horde, Quasimians, what are they going to do? Don't think they're going to do anything. Rebels. And then it is our turn. A new general, yes please. Ooh, Hospitalier Knights. I want some of those. Venetian Dodgers dead. Repaired our wall. We've trained some troops. Karak, looking good. We have garrisons everywhere.
Oui, seigneur.
This general, new guy, can move into Tulsa.
Seigneur. Oui.
And we can
No,
begin our
this is impossible,
siege
seigneur.
of
To
Antioch.
battle it is, then, seigneur.
There we go, it's looking
Oui. Beginning the
Pretty
siege at once.
exposed.
The siege goes as planned.
Now what is
I will
attacking?
not waste words on you, infidel.
Not much. It's definitely a threat. I think I did see
Sibni
some
Lawadi.
Ghulams in the
Yalla,
first
my
army.
sultan wishes
No,
you
just
dead.
Arab infantry. Okay. So it's nothing special. I think we can
Oui, mon roi.
definitely hold. Have we got any missions? Oh, I need to build a chapel in Damascus. A small church, actually. But it's a good thing I remembered. The College of Cardinals. Just general.
Walk in the light, mein Freund.
Oh, there's one up there, is there? Oh, that's the Teutonic Knights. Okay. I'm going to probably just keep holding. And I'm going to end one more turn to see what happens. Okay, the French, for some reason, they've got an army in northern Italy. The Germans, they are going to besiege Milan. That's going to be a tough battle for them. That's a full stack of pretty crack Italian infantry. The Venetians besieging the Egyptians, which is nice for us. Pretty happy about that. What else is happening? Novgorod. They're all the way to the north of us. They're not really anything we need to worry about. The Turks. They gonna do anything? Nope. The Egyptians. Just moving diplomats around. Probably trying to head to make a deal with their Turkish allies. That's what I would imagine they're doing. And more troops on the doorstep of
We will
Jerusalem.
defend against this siege with our lives, mon roi.
And it looks like they're going to try and stop me taking Antioch. They're going to not make it easy for me. And my south is looking pretty iffy right now. So I'm just going to try and hold it. They're besieging Kerak. They're besieging Jerusalem. But we will hold. That is the plan in the south. In the south we will hold. In the north we expand and earn more money. Okay, the Pope. Just moving a merchant. the Mongols, and the Khwarezmian Empire, rebels, and back to us again. Yay! I don't need that. I'd rather spend my money on other things. England's at war with Scotland, Moor's at war with Portugal, Venice at war with the Byzantines. Okay,
I will not waste words on you, infidel.
Oui, seigneur.
now it looks like
To battle it
there
is,
is
then, Seigneur.
a reinforcing army outside of Antioch, so we're gonna have to wait a bit for that. What else? Karak might be able to hold. It's going to be close. 12 turns until that surrenders. But I'm feeling confident. We need to make sure all our cities are reinforced against attack. And our
Oui, seigneur.
paltry
Oui,
navy
mon roi.
is just going
That's
to blockade the
access.
Egyptian
Oui,
ports out
seigneur.
of spite. I found blockading
We
the
have this
AI
port
doesn't really
blockaded now.
do much, but it just makes me feel good knowing we're doing something against them instead of them attacking us. Well, I'm pretty happy with what we achieved. We have retaken Jerusalem. We have just in time reinforced our southern border, and we are preparing to expand in the north to earn lots more money. Well, thank you for watching this episode of the Crusader States campaign. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment if you got something to say, any advice, or just want to say hello. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and stay tuned for the next episode.